A carcass will attract every big predator for miles around. Attracted to the feast, it is more than capable of challenging for the carcass. Majungasaurus has short arms and can't grasp tyrannosaurs. It's all about the bite. The shape of Majungasaurus's skull and teeth suggests a very different biting style to the flesh-tearing dinosaurs. With a broad, short, and muscular skull, it was better adapted to biting and gripping rather than slashing its prey. This fight is about more than just winning the feeding rights to a carcass. When the bite marks on the mall Majungasaurus remains were studied more closely, the marks on the bones were found to match the only large carnivore in the region. There is no bigger killer in these lands than Majungasaurus. This is the first irrefutable evidence of dinosaur cannibalism. It might seem shocking, but it's a behavior that clearly shows the most successful killers will exploit any situation to their maximum advantage, a time when both egg and the brooding parent are permanently at risk. An 8-meter-long giant sawfish similar to those alive today. The saw-like rostrum is lined with lethal barbs and is in itself up to 2.5 meters in length. It's thought they migrated into freshwater rivers to breed where the young may be safer. But the adults are exposed to new threats. Music, with their breeding season. At its height, these rivers are filled with Anchopristis. It's the perfect hunting opportunity for Spinosaurus, music. Spirosaurus's conical teeth evolved to grip prey rather than tear off flesh. For that it needs powerful arms and claws with prey, plentiful Spinosaurus can afford to be wasteful, a fact which other dinosaurs take full advantage of. Rugops, an 8-meter carnivore, anywhere else it might dominate, but here it is dwarfed by Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is unique with long, narrow jaws and nostrils set high on its head. Its teeth were straight and conical. They gave us a clue as to how it killed. More evidence came in 2008 when Spinosaurus' skull was put through a CT scanner. It revealed a curious pattern of holes and sinuses in the snout that look just like those of crocodiles. It's thought these contain pressure sensors that, like a crocodile, can detect prey, making it perfectly adapted to hunting in water. Music. This discovery gives us our best evidence of exactly how it hunted, able to hold its snout in the water. Because of its high nostrils, it can strike without even seeing its music prey. Music hunting on land, Spinosaurus is also forced into direct competition with any large predators living in the same environment. And here that can only mean one animal, Majungasaurus. Music contests over carcasses are common, but outcomes of such fights are far from guaranteed risk of injury. For big animals as acute, modern Komodo dragons are often killed in fights over carcasses more than 3 meters longer. Spinosaurus has size and power on its side. Music, but Carcharodontosaurus has the more lethal bite. Music this time, the Spinosaurus triumphed. Music, but the balance of power between these two deadly killers is a precarious one. Music in 2008. A Spinosaurus vertebrae was recovered. Part of the tall neural spine of the bone was broken off. It appeared to have been bitten in half. It's been suggested that the bite was inflicted by Carcharodontosaurus. Spinosaurus was the last and the largest of the fish-eating dinosaurs, but ultimately, these specialists were doomed something way beyond their control, caused their downfall. 94 million years ago, the climate changed. Global sea levels began to rise. The swamps and rivers that Spinosaurus thrived in gradually were lost. Music with their loss. Spinosaurus' specialism became a vulnerability. Music, and the biggest predator ever known to have walked the earth, music disappeared. Music. But first impressions can be deceptive. This isn't the parent. This is a Scorpio veneta, a predator. The skeleton found at the nest site was almost certainly a nest raider preying on the hatchlings. The hatchling's real parent and the owner of the enormous vertebra is Argentinosaurus, a plant-eating giant that dwarfs everything around it from the bones that were found. We've calculated that Argentinosaurus was a colossal 35 meters long and weighed as much as 75 tons. When born, the hatchlings themselves weigh a paltry 5 kilograms and need to fend for themselves immediately from studying the embryos and looking at the bones of the adults. We know that the growth of these giants was phenomenal over 40 years. They grow from 5 kilograms to an astonishing 75,000 kilograms. At their peak, it's been calculated they grow up to 40 kilograms every day. The dinosaur embryos are so well preserved, we can see they already have their teeth in preparation for a lifetime of eating, but becoming a giant takes more than simply turning tons of food into muscle. It's about the success and survival of a species over millions of years. One way to increase the chances of survival is by having lots of offspring, and the best way to do that is by laying eggs. Lots of them. The nest site in Patagonia stretches for an astonishing 15 kilometers and contains tens of thousands of eggs. And the site was used continuously for hundreds of thousands of years.